Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jennifer Forster, and I have made a decision on this first day of January 2020. It's got a ring to it, doesn't it? 2020 just sounds good. But I've made a decision to create a video or an audio. There's no real framework around this at the moment, other than I will share some content with you every day for the entire year of 2020. So that will become 366 YouTube videos. So what am I going to talk about? Well, first of all, let's go back to 2019 and just touch on everything that transpired in my life during 2019. So most of you who know me will know that the big thing that really stood out in 2019 is that I published a book. So my first ever book I completed and published. It's called The Power of a Peaceful Woman. Now, many of you probably would know that's exactly what I did. But what almost everybody doesn't know is what was happening in my life alongside the book writing process. So it was an extremely immersive and deep and soulful and expansive 2019. So alongside writing 49 of my very personal life lessons shared with very personal and relatable stories was a process that I went through that introduced me to some other aspects of life and my life in particular, that have really opened me up to seeing the world in a different way, seeing my life in a different way, and moving through my life and the world in a very different way too. So I have actually been very quiet on social media and doing these kinds of videos. I have been very quiet in 2019 and lately as well. But what I want to share with you over the next 366 days are experiences, tools, practices, things that I use in my life that have helped me to move away from making decisions and choices and actions from fear. And I'm not talking, the jumping off a cliff kind of fear. I'm talking about the kind of fear that exists in a very deep-rooted way in almost all of our lives. And this past year, I've had an opportunity through sitting in stillness for countless hours. I'm going to say over 500 hours I've spent sitting in stillness and in silence, and really exploring the depths of those hidden fears and how they control and manipulate our lives without us being aware of them. And so this series of videos or audios, sometimes they may just be audios, but sometimes they may be videos. It may turn into a podcast. I don't know. I'm really rolling with it, because what I'm doing through this whole process, what I will be doing through this whole entire process, which is why I'm recording this video with my little JoJo Bow-esque hair, no makeup, in a car, is because what I will be choosing to do every single day, and what I do choose to do in my life these days, is to let love lead. So the human side of me didn't want to make this video, didn't want to do this project, didn't want to do this experiment. But what I know now from what transpired in my life in 2019 is that not doing it would be a decision made from a fear-based place. And what I want to be in this world is a contribution to sharing and showing how I live my life now and what it looks like and how it shows up when I let love lead. So it'll all unfold as we go. Some of these I will share directly onto social media. Some of them will just be on my YouTube channel. So if you want to listen along, I've put 3 criteria down for the content that I share. So the content will be practical. It will be relatable. So what that means is, practical means that you'll be able to take something away and use it in your life in that day. It will be relatable in that this will be from my life. This will be from my experiences. This will not be stuff that I'm paraphrasing intellectually that I've heard somewhere. It will be it will be content that I use in my life every single day. And so I will be sharing personal stories and moments as to how I got that piece of wisdom. And the last thing is consistency. So that's why I'm going to do one every single day. This kind of content, I know through the hundreds of soul expansion conversations I had with people last year, this content, this wisdom, is useless if I keep it inside of my mind or inside of my heart. So I am choosing to let love lead, which will be the name of this series. Or it might end up with another name because I'm not attached to that. But it is why I'm choosing to do it, because this is useless information if I keep it to myself, and I know how profoundly so much of this wisdom has supported people last year. And so my way of expanding myself even further in 2020 is to share this as openly and as freely as I possibly can. So if you hear something and it resonates and it supports you and you think it will support someone else, please share the video. If you hear something and it doesn't relate, then it's not for you at this time, and that's totally okay as well. This is just what works for me, and this is how I have changed the way my life shows up for me, by letting love lead. More will unfold as we go, for sure. So for now, consider this day 1, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The subscribe button is there somewhere. I don't know. I've heard people say that, so I'm assuming it is. Share, comment, give me feedback. Let me know if there's something that you've seen me doing or something that you know about me and you want to know more about. Why do I do things a certain way? Why do I, how do I have, why do I have the things in my life that I have? Why do I have the relationships in my life that I have? Why do I have the peace in my life that I have, which so many of you commented on last year repeatedly? I really want to share all of that with you, because the world that we need to have happen is a world filled with human beings that let love lead, which means living open-heartedly. So more to come. This is day 1, and I'll see you soon.